Joining me now is the chairman of the Houston Municipal Employees Pension System, Ms. Sherry Mose. Sherry, great to see you again.
Hi, Jeff. It's always great to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. And we're here live in Indianapolis. It is the NAGDA conference, the annual conference around government-defined contribution plans. You've got to be excited.
I am. I'm always excited when it comes to NAGDA time. Always.
And you are a past president. You've been a long-term member. There's a lot of things going on in NAGDA. We've got 800 people here. Yeah. It is going to be extremely exciting.
Yes, yes, it will.
So I think, when last we spoke, we had you had done a rebid, selected a record keeper, but that there has been several years that have passed, and there's probably a lot going on within the deferred compensation plan and the municipal pension system. So why don't you share some of the things that y'all are dealing with down in Houston?
I'm just so excited when it comes to the defined contribution plan for our city employees. We have 16,000 individuals participating in this plan. As you well know, when we went out to bid, and you were certainly an integral part in working with us on this, employees want to prepare for retirement. It is very important to them. And what we try to do is continue on the education aspect of it. We work with them. We have meetings, one-on-one meetings, group meetings, educating our employees as to how important it is. Defined benefit, which is the foundation, and building upon that. We do this day in and day out. Houston, they're telling us there's a problem. As chairman of this board, I don't feel there's a problem. It's just a matter of looking at what is at stake and how to work through the issues that are at hand. Our employees want it to work, and that's what we're all about.
Having had the experience of selecting a third-party administrator, and now you're beginning the challenge of educating and continuing education, how important is the behavioral finance aspect to that? How have you incorporated that into your day-to-day routine, your strategy to engage participants and pull them into the plan, so to speak?
Basically, as humans, we're ones that really believe in actually seeing it. We have to see it to believe it. So the behavioral aspect of it is just meeting with them, sometimes with spouses of the participant, and showing them what the growth potential is with putting money aside and preparing for your retirement. Explaining to them the difference in investing that money and how it really works for you. And meeting with them, explaining this information, starting basics, even if it's basics, 101. Don't be shy. I didn't understand what investing was all about either, but once you start to learn this piece of information and just to see their eyes just light up and really, I can do this? Yes, you don't have to be on Wall Street. You can be right here in Houston and watch it grow. And it works. It really does. One-on-one interaction, I feel, is one of the best aspects of educating individuals.
And I think, having the perspective of also overseeing the pension system and the defined contribution system, those things together really have to be positioned to the employee so they can see their full picture. On top of that, if they're participating in Social Security, that has to be positioned as well. And I think that's an important perspective in terms of building that whole picture for the employee.
Correct. I agree. And one of the good things, I guess, I have the best of both worlds. Chairman of the board, plan administrator for the defined contribution plan or deferred compensation plan. I merge them, bring them together, and showing how people can work together to basically accomplish that main goal.
And I think you mentioned governance and bringing the boards together, and it's always been our firm belief and around collaboration. Collaboration is something we've talked about in other episodes of Staying Ahead of the Curve, where collaborating is important. So you mentioned collaborating between boards, bringing people together, and people at all levels of government to really make sure that they're acting on the best interests of participants. But that collaboration also needs to be had with other third parties, the third-party administrator.
Correct.
If you have field staff, if you have a consultant.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about the importance of collaboration?
Oh, definitely, Jeff. And as you know, in your role, working with you, having us to understand the open architect aspect of with the third-party administrator, that helped us in developing the type of program that we have today. Selecting the right party, your third-party administrator, to be part of your team and to work through things. And basically that's what we did. You helped us open the doors. We looked through every aspect of it, what was needed in Houston for our participants. Not everyone basically wants the same thing. One size doesn't fit all. And that is one of the great things you have to look forward to in working with a third-party administrator, one that wants to work with you, customize what's needed for you and your participants. And that helped us along the way. They believe in education. They believe on one-on-one, believe in having field staff. It is just, that is what works for us. And we're certainly appreciative for that.
So one of the key aspects of NAGDA is the legislative and regulatory update. And there's so much going on in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
We read about it every day. We hear about it in the news. There's some thoughts around changing the DOL fiduciary rules as it relates to investment advice. That's certainly got to be on your radar screen as a committee chairman and board member. Anything else on your radar screen that you can think of that you're thinking about? Maybe perhaps the money market regulations that the SEC is thinking about rolling out?
That certainly is, but in the forefront, unfortunately, is trying to save defined benefit plans. Yep. And that is certainly an issue throughout. As you know, the money market, that is too.
Yep.
But what's the point of the money market plan if they feel that they can just scratch out defined benefit plans? Defined benefit plans do work. It is just a matter of how you are working through whatever issues or concerns that are there. So that is one of my main focus, trying to educate legislators and having them to understand the importance and what our employees really work for. 25, 35. We have employees that have been there 60 years, one employer, and it's because of defined benefit plans.
Oh, great. Well, Sherry Mose, thank you so much for joining us, and have a great NAGDA
Looking
this year.
great. Thank you.